Hello, everyone. Welcome to my next live stream. This is going to be Hack 9 of Optimus Prime. It's essentially the left leg, or not left leg, the lower right leg this time. Now, as you remember, I did make a mistake on my previous video where I had some of the screws mixed up. I apologize for that. I'm going to pay much more attention this time to what I'm doing. Just make sure I got the right one. Level 2.
All right, so the first one is going to be 901 is there. Okay, so it should have a 1 on it. Let's see. Yep, I see a 1, so this is actually the first one. Also, if you guys remember from the previous video, I did the screwdriver actually broke and I was stuck dealing with a, well, rather unsavory situation. Well, I went and bought this from Hobby Lobby, and it seems to be doing a whole lot better. Plus, its grip feels a whole lot better. Yep, there's the one, so this is actually the right side. So the first thing you're going to want to do with this is take the actual giant metal piece, the part right here that's going to help pin your metal mesh into place. And once I dig it out, I'll grab both of them just so that when I get to that point, I can do essentially both. But you're also going to want, okay, there we go. Now I got it. You're also going to want to take one of your metal meshes and actually glue that right here onto this open area. 1 second, let me check. Okay, let's read. Okay, no, I did not want you to do that. Let's just do it. Okay, let's. Sorry, I'm still working on the positioning of the camera. Whatever, that should do it. Let me grab my little. Let's see if I turn. Yeah, that's just kind of overpower. All right, I'll work on the light and everything there. For now, let's get some glue. Apply some to these 3 pegs right here. And first thing we're going to want to do is, let me just make sure I'm doing this the right way. Okay, so if I'm looking at it this way, okay, so you would put this on like so, and making sure that these rounded parts right here are up. Aren't you? We'll pinch it down like that, and just make it Here, let me just make sure I get enough glue on this. Let me add a little bit more. Into the posts, or into the actual holes. And while holding it down, I'm going to let's put some activator. Like so. All right. Now, what you're going to want next is to grab your, not this one, this guy right here. Place it down onto these posts and then use 2x6 screws to attach it. That's 2x6x8, 2.6x8. 2.3x8. Okay, so it's the silver ones right here again. Let's move this out of the way since we're not going to need that for a while. Let's cut, open a small section. Hold up a screw. Now, I'm not sure why I haven't done this yet, but it'll be much easier to do if you put some oil on. Actually, mine is going in quite easy without oil, but typically it would be a good idea to oil this up, but because of, but it feels like mine are going in quite easily, actually. I'm surprised with how easily these are going in. Because you saw how difficult I was, how much difficulty I was having with these on the last video. Guess that's just comes to show you how good a really good screwdriver makes a difference. Because in no time at all, we already have our first 4 screwdrivers in, screws in, and after okay, this one's just spinning. It, I'll assume it's in. I don't know what's going on with that one, but it is tight. All right, spinning like the thread's been stripped. Alright, but after this last screw right here, step 3 will be done. Now remember, we're going to have to do this all over again on the other side. But with that, that's what we're looking at in like right now. Now let me just pick up these screws really quick. Just to make sure that I don't lose them. Let's also cap this so it doesn't dry. But wow, that was actually easier than I thought. If you remember last time, that took me a while. Okay, now we put the other side on. But we also put on, is it this one or is it, no, I think it's in a different one. I'll check. Yep, it's in a different one. Yep, there it is. There. So we're gonna need this part and this little rubber gasket right here. Scroll back down. So what we want to do is we're gonna want to put this little rubber piece right in there. And with this facing like this, we're gonna place it on top like this. Now, using 2.6 again. Yeah, let me just stick it back in there. We will be attaching this back plate right here. Now I apologize for the wait, or for the wait, this is gonna be, I am doing this live, so there's really you're in for the long haul. But again, I am really surprised with how easily this is coming together this time. Again, comes to show what a good screwdriver will do for you. Anyway, so if I'm going by the posts that Agora made on their Instagram, the next pack that we're going to be working on will be attaching the two legs together. Here by doing the upper thighs and the hip section. So I'm really looking forward to that. Though they haven't actually publicly posted the instructions quite yet. But I'm keeping an eye out for that so I can actually look and see how everything's going to be attached. Sorry, I'm just trying to get a good angle on this. Might be easier, but it might be going easier, but it's still not drawing on my hand. All right. Yeah, it's still not pleasant, but at least they're going in easily, and not giving too much resistance. Okay, this is not the most comfortable. Only two more. Have these guys right. Yeah, that's smart. All right, last one. All right. All right. All right. Why? Okay. Normally you would want to put another screw right there, but looks like it's been stripped or improperly drilled. Well, aside from that one hole, it's on nice and tight at least. Oh, anyways, even with that little hiccup, the next stage for you to do is to take your 3/8, two of them, take two crimped washers. And put one right in here. Oh, actually, that's where that one is. So no, that one's not drilled out correctly. That was just putting a screw in the wrong spot. Anyways, let's load up one of these washers onto each one. And then let me check these and see. Just all right. So this guy will actually work. Let me switch this out. You, I'll leave over there. Well, this one I load up. It's it's a good thing I realized that that was the wrong hole. Right. That's the first one. And let's attach number two. All right, there we are. And then lastly, we want to get a 2.6 by 8. I'm gonna open this one first. And this guy will go right down into here. There we are. Now that is this one done. Now we can set this aside. Because the next thing we're going to do is essentially repeat the entire process all over again onto the other side. Let me just make sure I get this guy out. Oh, hold on. Almost forgot I still had this in there. Let's grab this again. And once again, repeat all of this all over again. Putting the mesh in. Getting some glue. Apply it into the holes. Again, you want to make sure you're putting this in the right on the right way, where the number 2 is on top and these little knobs are on top as well. Let's push this down. And let's put some accelerator into each part. Then we're going to want to put the R1 into place, which this one will be a bit more difficult because it has all this detail right here sticking out. So be mindful when attaching the screws, but you're going to want to attach it with the 2x6 screws again. There's that one. Now I am going to be looking into getting a electric one, an electric screwdriver for this, since this is going to be a pain to do, but thankfully Optimus is almost done. Though Titanic is not. However, I do have a ton of the engine repainted, so I am getting close to being able to continue doing the videos of it. Yeah, of its construction. But they will be slow coming. And due to the fact that I am still doing aftermarket parts and everything like that to get this thing looking beautifully detailed. So I ask you for your patience. Here's number 5. It's only 3 more. So in total, this is being held on by 8 2x6 screws. 6. A little bit of damage right there, but doesn't look too bad. Okay. You know, okay. Yeah, let's see what happens if I go a size up. Will I still be able to? I think I can. Let me see. If one size up, actually. Give me a better grip. Looks like it is. All right. So yeah, I'll go with the one size up, since that seems to be giving me a better grip. All right. But with that, that's what we're looking like for now. Now we're not quite done just yet. We are going to wire 2x6x8s back. By the looks of it, it wants us to use the other side, the planched ones. Now I really wish they told us this by labeling them differently. But, oh well. Anyways, we want 2 of these. And we're going to want this piece right here. Now, how we're going to do this is we're going to want it to face this way so that the 2 parts right here are facing upward. Mount the screw. And we're going to screw it into place into these 2 holes right here. That's one. And once you get the first one all the way down, the second one should be relatively easy to attach. And since you're going to plastic, you don't want to over tie in. But when you're done, you should be left with something like this. Now, we can set this aside for a second since we're not going to get it right away. Instead, now if you remember, I did make a mistake here that I had to remedy it quite a ways back. This time I know what I did wrong. It will not make that same mistake again. After I get with this thing, let's set this. I'll set it right here for now. And then put this guy back in to here, like. Oh, whatever, that'll be good enough. Anyways, what I did last time is I forgot to put these guys in. But essentially, you're going to want to plot these guys down into these grooves. Ooh, there's a bit of damage right there. Or a bit of a scratch right there. That looks like it's going to be inside, so it hopefully won't be seen. Anyways, once you slot those in, you're going to want to put this cover on. Hang on. This one doesn't look like it's... Alright, that should do it. Alright. Yeah, there we are. Alright, with that in place, you're going to want to take the non-flanged 2.3 by or 2.6 by 8. 5 of them, and screw it down into place. Into these 5 holes. I will begin with this one right here. And again, you're going to plastic, so just do it until it is tight. That way you're not stripping anything or accidentally getting away until it does not hold anymore. That's 2. This one will make 3. There we are. Last 2. 4. And this one will make 5. All right. That's all 5 of those. And once again, you bring this guy back up, and with it facing this way, we will be attaching it using, once again, 2.3 by 6. Though this time, I believe the flanged ones will be the best suited for this job. I believe they do show some slight difference on the instructions, but again, since you're going to plastic, do it just until it is hand tight. All right. And with that, that's where we're at. Now, we're not quite done just yet. Need to put this part on using more 2.3 by 6s. And once you're done with that, let me just make sure I. All right. Just want to make sure I remembered where they go. I think this might be the last that we see of 2.3 by 6. Or 2 by 6, I mean. At least in this pack. It's a bit wobbly. All right. That's 2. Okay, I just felt a cramp. Just felt my hand cramp up a bit. That's 3. About 4. And that makes 4. That's 5. 3 more to go. And judged by the amount of screws, we're not done with the silver 2 by 6. Still wonder what happened there. All right, there's that one. Only 2 more left. Last one. And that's that. So that's that back part on. Now we need our 3x8s and our split washers again. So that's going to be two of those. And two of those. Let's switch this out for this one. Load up a screw and a washer. And then let's attach the mounted into place. Okay, that's the first one. Here's number two. All right, there's two. And there's that. Now, for the last part of this bit, we're going to need one more of these guys. Mounted into this little hole right here. There we are. All right, not sure what. Yeah, something's wobbly in there, but oh well. Anyways, next thing we're going to need to do is actually attach this. So let's bring over the right leg. With it facing this way, this leg will be mounted going this way onto the leg. But before I do anything like that, 2.3x8. Let's get our 2.3x8 this time. Making sure we use the right screw this time. Where that's the one thing I forgot and didn't realize I made a mistake on last time. So we're going to need 4 of these. Oh, that's all 5. Let's put one back, even though we're not going to need it. Let's load one up. And let's attach it. Again, you're going to plastic. close, so don't over tighten. Just enough that holding it in place, but I will start with the corner. And the last one. All right, that's done. That's still free, so I don't have to worry about that getting caught. All right, so next we bring back the very first thing that we worked on, the inner thigh, and attach it using the 3x10 screws on this one right here. Again, let's switch this out for the hexagonal thing. And again, get some crimped washers out. All right, there's the 4 crimped. Let's get one ready. And make sure everything's lined up. There we are. So I just want to make sure I get this right. Here, let's get the doesn't look like there's oops. And I just realized that it got stuck in there. Let's or no, it just fell out. There it is. But yeah, that's not gonna go all the way in. Let's see, where's my old set? Oh, actually, no, that's not gonna work. Where did I put the old? There's or maybe I could just use the Allen key, Allen wrench that I was using last time for this. Was this the one I was using? Yeah, this is what I was using. I'll just use this for this part. Okay, there's one. That makes two. This right here will make three. Okay, there's three. I don't know why I put that extension thing for the alt set. Um, it's not important right now since I'm almost done with this part right here. All right, and that's four. So you're gonna put them in those four holes right there. But after that, let's grab this part right here. Just make sure this wire is out of the way. Move this over here for now. And attach this screwdriver part right here. Lay this down like so for now. And place it down right there. Let's get four of these guys. And then mount them. So four of these flanged 2.6 by 8s. Ow. Okay, I just felt that. I just felt my hand pop. Let's mount to these 4 holes right here. So far, no hangups. And this time I got the right screws in the right spot on this. Alright, well, anyways, with that into place, we can set this to the side. Because now we're going to need this metal piece right here and this grate, as well as our remaining, if I can remember where I placed them. Here they are, 2x6. So let's pour out our in 4 of these. And then that's this entire bag used up. This we will want to put on like this. Actually, is it possible to? No, it can only go in one way. But we're going to want to put it in like so. And with the 2x6, we want to screw it down. Okay, well, let's switch back to this one. Maybe that one's good for the larger black screws. But this one's better for these smaller. Okay, it's actually no. Let me. Okay, yeah, I was just not getting it. All right, so there's 1. 2. That's 3. And this one will make 4. All right. With that, that's what that looks like. Next thing we're going to need to do is, well, going to need to switch this back out to our hex one because we're going to need our 3x8s again. 4 of them. All right, there's our 4 3x8s. Then we're going to need our remaining crimped washers. That was close. With one spare. Let's put that back up there. And you can set this aside because we're not going to need this one right away. What we're going to need instead is this plastic piece and this metal piece. And what we're going to... Okay. Oh, I see what happened. 1 second. My... Okay, there we are. Sorry, it's going to be upside down for you, but with it facing this way, we're going to want to put this guy on like so. And it is directional because of how the screws are shaped. Let's load up. And attach the first one. Number 2. Jeez, this pack is flying by this time. Must be because I'm using a proper screwdriver, and also I've not really made a mistake yet. I have not made a mistake yet. Glass. Here's number 3. Almost all the way cinched down. All right, there's 3. And here's the last one. All right, and with that, that's what we're left with. Now, after this, we are going to need that one piece, this one back. And it's going to go onto here, like so. And to attach it, we're going to need our remaining 4 3x8s. That one's empty now. But we're also going to need to use these normal washers right here. Or these split. Yeah, they're split washers. So we're going to need to use these split washers. But we only need 4, not 5. So let's put the 5th one back for now. Load up a screw, load up a washer, and once these are lined up, let's Found the first one. Let's get the next one. Attach this. Bottom one. This one right here. And last one. All right, well, anyways, with that done, that's how it's looking. All right. Now that that's been assembled, let's bring back our right leg. And then this will be going on like so. Just make sure that the pegs are lining up. Okay. With those snaps, we are now on. I mean, not fully, I'm gonna have to really push it on, but that's what the next 2.6 by 8 screws are gonna do, or help with. So we're gonna want these nice thin ones. And we're gonna attach them right into the shin, or top of the shin. There's one. Here's two. Sorry, just like that should do the trick. All right. After that's done, we're gonna need 4 more. Of these guys. If I can just get... There we are. And mount them onto the sides. So lay this guy down like so. This first one. Goes right here. The next one oh, sorry, this one I'm gonna have to start. Okay. All right, so that's one side done. I apologize. This one's gonna be a bit hard, but I just want to make sure I don't damage the wheelhouse. Here. All right, that's 3. Sorry, I just want to make sure that's aligned. All right, there we are. All right. With those in, let's lay this back down onto its back. There it is. And we're gonna need this guy right here. This guy will be going right here to hide those screw holes that we use to attach the entire shin onto. And just so that it's easier for you to see, I will position that way. And then we're going to want to place these down. Right here to hide these screws next. All right. Now, once again, this one, and there's a small step here that I am going to wait on a bit, just to make sure that everything is fully dried. But now we're going to want to open up the bag right here. And take these guys right here. And glue them into place. And with that first one in, let's apply the little accelerator. That's the first one. All right. Now with those magnets in, let's set this aside for now before I attach them, since I want to make sure that the magnets are fully adhered. And it's everything from this one right here. So I'm going to one second. I'm just attaching that back there. All right. Next thing we're going to need to do is take this, grab our leg back, so just right there, and mhm, attach it like that. And if I'm looking at this right, we should only have these guys left, so let's attach. All right, that's that on. Now we just need to take this guy, put it on this way, and then screw it on using our 2.6 by 8 screw. Oops. Again, here, let's start from the top. This way I can make sure that I. Oh, it's already pulled out. All right. All right. With those 4 screws in, we can once again set this aside because we're not going to need it right now. Instead, we'll need these 3 right here. First, let's bring this back over. Get a little bit more glue. Apply it. To these 4 holes. And push this detail in. I'm going to then give it a quick spurt. And then once again, take some glue. apply to the 4 holes. Which will then be pushed into here. And you'll be left with something that looks like this. Again, move this out of the way since we're not going to need it. Instead, we're going to need it and this part right here. And the leg again. This blue piece right here will be going in right here. I just make sure it's in like so. And this part with this and going this way. It'll go in right here. Now, let's set this to the side again. Because that's this one done. Just make sure. Grab the right one. Put it back together like so. Because that leaves us just these 3 pieces. So I can put this last one together. All right, so according to the instructions, we're not going to need these 2 pieces right here just yet. Instead, let's bring the leg back over. We are going to need to push this guy into place. Now, let me just make sure. Yeah, this little piece right here is going to go upwards. Let's just make sure these are aligned. Sorry. Just want to make sure this is going together right. Oops. Oh, sorry. Bumped my mic. One second. All right, there we are. Sorry, you really need to push this down. There. Once you get it all the way down and in, it should look like that. Now we can set this aside because now we're going to need to bring this back over. And using two of these guys. We are going to place this guy into place right here, and assemble the pen. Now, I don't quite know why it's designed like this, but they want us to have a pen then. So let's get that built up. And I have two spare pair of those kind. But after the assembly of the pen, they want us to actually assemble, push it in. All right, it doesn't really say where, it just says that there's two holes. But they show it like that. It's still going to be extremely tight. Or actually, that one was kind of easy to. Okay, and I just felt that pop out. Here, let's apply more glue to that. Let's get a bit more of a doll belt. And put here, let's scrape this clean really quick. Take a job. Let's try this again. Let's push that back on. And while that dries, line that up. So, all right. Now, at this stage, it would say that we're done, but remember, we did forget and leave these for last. So now you're going to want to place them into their corresponding holes. There's one. And with that, now we are done. Now look at this. Just look how big this is. Now, before I call it a night, let me do the same thing I've done with all the other legs. And with the other leg. If I can remember where I placed it. Where did I put that? Ah, here it is. let's take our test board and with the I turn this off really quick. That's it. Yeah, our lights are still working. So with that, and a successful test of the lights, that is pack 9 completed. And remember, this is only one in the lower half of the foot. We still have the leg. We still have the entire thigh and hip section, so this thing is going to be massive. But with that, and this completed, and a successful leg, and everything working, I can call it a night. Now, look forward to February because that's when we'll be joining this, the other foot, and the hips together. But hopefully before then, I'll be able to work and do a Titanic video since I take a good bit of pipes done for the left engine, which, nope, that's right. I have painted up, excuse the crack, I made a mistake when putting this on, but I have completely repainted, reassembled, and tested and made sure everything still runs properly. Same goes for the right engine. But as soon as I get everything else repainted for that, get all the valves and everything on, I will do a video on the engine room build. Till then, I'll see you guys next time.